How's it going, everyone? My name is Alexis from Bogar Tech Designs. So today we're going to be installing the Charger Headlight Tint Kit. This is a very simple and easy installation you can do at home. Now this is how the headlight looks before, and this is how it looks after. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the installation. Now let's go ahead and get started with the installation. First things first, before we start, we want to make sure we have a clean surface we're working on, free of any dirt or debris. Now that we have a clean surface to work on, we're going to spray it with our slip solution, and this is going to allow the film to slide freely. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the piece we're going to be working on, which is the driver's side. I'm going to wet the tacky side. Now I'm just going to lay the piece on top of the headlight. Once it's laid on top, we want to make sure we spray the surface with our slip solution. So now that the film is on the headlight, what we're going to do next is we're going to align the film to the edge of the headlight. So let's start aligning at the edge, and the film should not be sticking out more than it needs to. So once we have it aligned to the edge, we're going to make sure it's also aligned at the top and the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Now that we have it aligned, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up the film a little bit, and we're going to hit it with our tack solution. And this allows us to anchor the material onto the headlight. The next step is to grab our squeegee, and we're just going to lightly squeegee out the water from the edge. So let's go ahead and do that. So after squeegeeing the edge, what we're going to do is we want to make sure we squeegee hard and make sure all the water is removed. So let's go ahead and squeegee harder. So if you take a look at the other side, you're going to see that the film is a lot smaller than the headlight. And this is in order for us to stretch and get rid of all the wrinkles here. So if we start stretching, the wrinkles start getting removed. So that's what we want. So what we're going to do next is we're going to grab our tacky solution, and we're just going to make sure we spray on the edge of the headlight. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch, and we're going to align. So we want to make sure everything is aligned, both the top and the bottom, and we have to make sure that most of the material is removed. So we're just going to wait here a bit, and what we could do is we could start squeegeeing out the water from the middle. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that we have it anchored all the way throughout the middle, our next step is to remove the excess material and the water from both the top and the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. Now a tip I could give you is we're going to spray the surface with our slip solution, and that's going to allow our squeegee to move freely. So now that most of the water is eliminated, you can see that there's some fingers both at the top and the bottom. So a tip for that is to wrap our squeegee around our towel, and we're just going to start squeegeeing. And what the microfiber towel is going to do is going to soak up most of the water. Go ahead and do that at the bottom. So if you still have some fingers remaining, that's because there's water trapped inside the fingers. So a way to speed up the evaporation of the water is to grab a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you could also use a blow dryer, and we're just going to speed up the process. One of the last things you want to do is you want to make sure all the water is eliminated from the film. So if you see any water traps, we're just going to squeegee out. Now most of the water is squeegeed out. So one of the common things that happens is we have fingers coming up. So if this happens, wait a couple minutes, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeegee out. So now once that's done, what we're gonna do to this side, we're gonna do to the other side. So after the installation, this is how your headlight should look like. With that being said, catch you on the next video.